Over 2,000 years ago, a Carthaginian general dared to do the impossible. In 218 BCE, Hannibal Barca led his army, including war elephants, across the treacherous Alps to strike at the heart of Rome. It was a military maneuver so bold, so audacious, that it became the stuff of legend. This is the story of Hannibal's Alpine crossing, one of the most daring feats in ancient warfare. In 218 BCE, Rome and Carthage were locked in a bitter struggle known as the Second Punic War. This conflict was not just a battle for territory, but a clash of two powerful civilizations, each vying for dominance over the Mediterranean region. The stakes were incredibly high, and both sides were willing to go to great lengths to secure victory. Rome dominated the seas, making a direct invasion by Carthage nearly impossible. The Roman navy was a formidable force, patrolling the waters and ensuring that Carthaginian ships could not easily approach the Italian peninsula. This naval supremacy gave Rome a significant strategic advantage, effectively blocking Carthage from launching a straightforward assault. But Hannibal, Carthage's brilliant young general, had a different plan. Known for his tactical genius and audacity, Hannibal was not one to be deterred by conventional obstacles. He understood that to defeat Rome, he needed to think outside the box and take risks that others would deem too dangerous or impossible. He knew that to bring the fight to Rome, he would have to do the unthinkable, cross the Alps, an icy mountain range that most thought was impassable for any army, let alone one with elephants. The Alps were treacherous, with steep cliffs, deep snow and freezing temperatures. Yet, Hannibal believed that this daring move would catch the Romans completely off guard and give him the element of surprise. With the Roman navy controlling the waters, Hannibal set his sights on a land invasion. He meticulously planned his route, gathering intelligence and preparing his troops for the arduous journey ahead. This was not just a military maneuver, but a logistical challenge of epic proportions, requiring careful coordination and unwavering determination. His goal was simple: catch Rome off guard by attacking from the north, a direction they would never expect. By taking this unconventional route, Hannibal aimed to bypass the heavily fortified Roman defenses and strike at the heart of their territory. This bold strategy, if successful, would not only shock the Romans, but also inspire his own troops and allies, demonstrating that Carthage was a force to be reckoned with. Hannibal's plan was audacious. It was a strategy that would go down in history as one of the most daring military maneuvers ever attempted. He would lead a massive force of 50,000 infantry, 9,000 cavalry, and 37 war elephants over the Alps. This was no ordinary march. It was a logistical nightmare that required meticulous planning and unwavering resolve. The war elephants in particular were a sight to behold. These majestic creatures were not just symbols of power, but also crucial assets in battle. Capable of instilling fear in the hearts of the enemy, it was a decision that defied conventional wisdom. Many of his contemporaries thought it was sheer madness to attempt such a feat. The Alps were considered an insurmountable barrier, a natural fortress that protected the Italian peninsula. The Alps were dangerous with freezing temperatures, snowstorms and deadly terrain. The mountain passes were narrow and treacherous, often covered in ice and snow, making every step a perilous endeavor. But Hannibal was not one to shy away from the challenge. His resolve was unbreakable and his vision was clear. He knew that the element of surprise would be his greatest ally. His army faced the full wrath of nature, blizzards, treacherous paths, and sheer drops. The journey was grueling, testing the limits of human endurance and spirit. Many soldiers and animals perished in the harsh conditions. The cold was relentless and the treacherous paths claimed many lives. Yet the army pressed on, driven by Hannibal's unwavering determination. But Hannibal's leadership and determination pushed the army forward, overcoming obstacles that would have broken lesser men. His ability to inspire and motivate his troops was unparalleled, and it was this indomitable spirit that saw them through the most challenging of times. Against all odds, they emerged from the Alps, ready to face their enemies with renewed vigor and unshakable resolve. Hannibal's war elephants were one of his secret weapons. While many of them didn't survive the treacherous crossing, those that did played a crucial role in his campaign. The elephants were not just weapons of war, they were psychological tools meant to terrify and demoralize the Romans. The Romans had never seen elephants used in battle before, and their sheer size and power caused panic among the enemy. Though only a handful of the elephants survived the journey, their presence became a powerful symbol of Hannibal's ingenuity and unrelenting will. After successfully crossing the Alps, Hannibal's forces descended into northern Italy. This was no small feat. The journey was treacherous, and Hannibal lost many men and elephants to the harsh conditions. Yet, his determination and strategic brilliance shone through as he led his army through the snow-covered peaks, a move that would become legendary in military history. The Romans, confident in their own military prowess, were completely unprepared for Hannibal's audacious maneuver. They had not anticipated that anyone would dare to cross the Alps, especially with an army. This element of surprise gave Hannibal a significant advantage. Over the next few years, Hannibal capitalized on this advantage, winning a series of stunning victories against the Romans. His tactical genius was evident in battles such as the Trebia, Lake Trasimene, and ultimately Cannae. The Battle of Cannae, fought in 216 BCE, was the pinnacle of Hannibal's military career. It was here that he would execute one of the most brilliant tactical maneuvers in the history of warfare. This battle would go down in history as one of the greatest military victories of all time. Hannibal's name would be forever etched in the annals of military strategy. At Cannae, Hannibal employed the double envelopment tactic, a strategy that has been studied and admired for centuries. He arranged his troops in a crescent formation, with his weakest soldiers in the center and his strongest on the flanks. As the Romans advanced, they were drawn into the center of Hannibal's formation, believing they were breaking through his line. In reality, they were being lured into a trap. Once the Romans were fully engaged, Hannibal's flanks swung around and encircled them. The Romans found themselves surrounded on all sides, unable to maneuver or retreat. This tactical vice crushed the Roman forces, leading to a devastating defeat. The Roman army, which was significantly larger than Hannibal's, was annihilated. Despite being outnumbered, Hannibal's strategic brilliance allowed him to achieve a decisive victory. His ability to turn the tide of battle in his favor even when the odds were against him is a testament to his military genius. The aftermath of the Battle of Cannae was catastrophic for the Roman Republic. The loss of so many soldiers, including many of their best and brightest, shook Rome to its core. It was a defeat that would haunt the Romans for years to come. Hannibal's genius at Cannae is still studied in military academies today. His ability to outmaneuver and outthink his enemies has made him a subject of fascination for military strategists and historians alike. His innovative tactics and bold strategies have influenced countless military leaders throughout history. Hannibal's legacy is not just one of conquest, but of ingenuity and brilliance in the art of war. His bold maneuvers and innovative battle tactics set a new standard for military strategy. Hannibal's ability to adapt to changing circumstances and exploit his enemy's weaknesses made him a formidable opponent. Hannibal remains one of the most renowned generals in history. His campaigns, particularly the Battle of Cannae, continue to be a source of inspiration and study for those who seek to understand the complexities of warfare and the mind of a military genius. Hannibal's crossing of the Alps and his victories in Italy have echoed through the ages. Though he would ultimately be forced to retreat, his campaign left an indelible mark on history. Hannibal's strategies, especially his use of psychological warfare and battlefield tactics, continue to be studied and admired to this day. The march through the Alps remains one of the most legendary feats in military history, a story of perseverance, boldness, and ingenuity in the face of overwhelming odds. Hannibal's name and his legacy will forever be tied to this daring endeavor. Hannibal's Alpine crossing was more than just a military maneuver. It was a testament to his brilliance and determination. It's a story that continues to inspire and intrigue centuries after it happened. Thank you for watching the Forgotten Chronicles, where we explore the untold and forgotten moments in history. What do you think is Hannibal's greatest achievement? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more hidden stories from the past.